Hello and welcome back to Forza Horizon 4. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you are well. Today I'm going to show you 15 different cars that are only available in the festival playlist to whack in the auction house and make you a potential 171 million credits. So if you are new around here, definitely consider subscribing, and let's jump into the auction house. One of the reasons I'm making this video is because one of the questions I get quite a lot here on the channel and over on my Instagram is, how do I have so much money in Forza Horizon 4? Well, one reason would be a little bit of grinding, completing the festival playlist every single week. That helps with those seasonal championships, and the wheel spins give me quite a lot of cash as well. But the auction house is one of the main reasons I have 403 million credits. Now, before we jump into the auction house and go and make ourselves 171 million, there are a couple of things you need to bear in mind. The auction house prices do fluctuate quite a lot, so this is subject to change depending on when you're watching this video and the point of me releasing it. All the cars on this list are not guaranteed to sell for their maximum buyout. They may only go for their minimum starting bid price, which means you won't make the money you were hoping for. Also, when putting some of these cars up for auction, please remember that some of them are quite rare and are only shown in the festival playlist and cannot be bought through the auto showroom. So sell at your own risk. Some of them are, like I say, are quite rare. You don't know when they'll be back, so please do be careful and do pick and choose what you want to sell. There is a certain amount of supply and demand, so if the demand isn't there for a certain car, there is no point supplying it, or if the auction house is overwhelmed with that type of car, again, there's no point in really listing it, because again, it might not sell. So do some research, have a look through the auction house, see how many are up for sale, and maybe undercut the prices slightly to get that best possible chance of selling your car. Now let's jump into the auction house and take a look at the first 6 cars on this list. The first 6 cars are going to be available in Update 21 and the brand new festival playlist. So if you sell them now, you will be getting them back in the next 4 weeks. Like I say, the first 6 cars can be grabbed in Update 20 through the festival playlist. So the first car for 80% completion of the summer season is the Aston Martin DBS Super Legera. Now, the starting price is entirely up to you. That is just personal preference. I'm going to go for 100,000 on the Aston Martin, but the buyout price I'm going to keep at the top of its game. And then the auction length, I would suggest either 12 hours or 24 hours. Give your car the best amount of time to be sold. Now, these first 6 cars I am going to list to see how quick they go by the end of this video, to see if they have all sold, as I will be getting them back through Update 21. The second car on the list and can be grabbed through 50% completion of the autumn season is the Hudson Hornet. This car can currently be listed for 1,942,000 credits. The third car on the list and can be grabbed from the autumn season by completing the seasonal championship German engineering is the 2010 Bmw M3 Gts. It slightly breaks my heart to sell this one, but you can whack the M3 Gts on the auction house for 6,554,000 credits. The fifth car on this list is the Ktm Expo Gt4. It can be grabbed for completing 50% of the spring season, and can be whacked on the auction house and will make you a cool 1.5 million credits. Another car that breaks my heart to sell, but I will be getting it back for completing 80% of the spring season, the Ferrari 599 Xx Evo. This car can currently be placed on the auction house for 8,700,000 credits. I'm going to bring that down to 7 million just to try and undercut some of the other people on the auction house. And the final car that can be collected from Update 21's festival playlist is the Renault Clio 197 for completing a seasonal championship in the spring season, highly sprung. The amount this car is worth in the auction house came as quite a shock to me, 8,192,000 credits. So at the end of the video, we'll go and check on those 6 cars. I actually listed them in the auction house, as I know I'm getting them back in Update 21, but the next 9 cars I'm not sure when they'll be available again through the festival playlist, so I won't be listing them. I'll just be showing you how much they are worth in the auction house right now. So the first car on the list is the 2018 Ford Mustang RTR Spec 5. And this beautiful bit of engineering is worth 8,600,000 credits. Again, 12-hour to 24-hour auction length to give your car that best amount of time to be sold. This is one van I'll never be selling, the 1994 Ford Supervan 3. This one comes as no big surprise, as it's only been available in the festival playlist once. It's worth 16 million in the auction house. Next car on the list is the 2018 Ferrari 488 Pista. This car is pretty much a guaranteed sell, it's always in high demand, and it is worth 16.5 million credits. Next up we have the 1999 Lamborghini Diablo Gtr. Again, this is another car that is guaranteed to sell well. I think it's only been in the festival playlist once and will fetch you a whopping 15.2 million credits. This one's pretty unique. It's the 2019 Rimac Concept 2. This plug and play bit of kit will grab you 8,700,000 at the auction house. Next up we have the 2016 Renault Clio RS16 Concept. This quality bit of French engineering will grab you 8,700,000 at the auction house. I don't know what it is with the Renault Clios, but it seems to be quite expensive when being sold second hand. The last three cars on this list are the most expensive in the auction house right now, and we'll start with the 2019 Bugatti Divo. Now personally, my Bugatti Divo is going absolutely nowhere, but is always guaranteed to sell. It's actually worth 20 million credits at the auction house right now. Again, sell at your own risk. Second to last car on the list is the 2018 Lamborghini Huracan Perfomante. This car is worth 20 million at the auction house, and that is simply because, just like the Ferrari 488 Pista, it's a massively requested car, which means it's in high demand. And I saved the best till last. This is the most shocking for me. I don't quite understand why it is this much, but the 2018 Renault Megane RS can currently be put in the auction house for 20 million credits. That was the most shocking to me. I don't quite understand why it's so much. It has only been in the festival playlist once, but it is worth 20 million. So checking on the first 6 cars that we put up for sale in the auction house, and the ones we are guaranteed to get back in update 21, the Aston Martin DBS Superleggera, the Hudson Hornet, the Bmw M3 Gts, and the Ferrari 599 Xx Evo all sold within the first 20 minutes of listing and made us a cool 18 million credits. Also remember that the last 9 cars on the list, starting from the Ford Mustang RTR Spec 5 onwards, we don't know when they'll be back in the festival playlist, so only sell those at your own risk. So there we go guys, 15 cars to put in the auction house right now to make yourselves, I'll say around the 150 million mark, depending on fluctuation in prices. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video extremely helpful. If you are new around here, definitely consider subscribing. Stay safe guys, and have an awesome day.